All right, guys. How is everyone doing? Oh yeah, I gotta. Now, I had no plans to update NGVO past 5.0 originally, but here we are. I mean, NGVO between versions, it's honestly like always going to be pretty similar, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that came out within the last little bit. Go with this hairstyle. We'll call it NGVO. NGVO. What's up, Oi? What's up, Steven? What's up, Tormentor? Hey, Ghoulified. Good, Brian. What's good, Seven? What's good, Maiko? What's good, Frigid? Good Child. What's good, Ice? What's good, Bura? Hey, there he is. What's up, Tech? So this is, in my opinion, some of the best textures and whatnot currently available. We're gonna check it all out. Look at that smug look.
Wait.
Dang.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
Not too shabby.
Closest town from here is my uncle's the blacksmith.
Performance? Performance should be better than
best if we split up.
5.0 was. Because this is using the new Freaks Floral Meadows. And I want to show you guys something cool. No longer do you need separate meshes for these dirt cliffs. Because look, the latest version of No Grass and Objects will dynamically add stuff to dirt cliffs. Which is pretty damn cool. That is pretty damn cool. I mean, look at them rocks. We're gonna get to see the tundra and stuff too. Oh, yeah, I added a Sanguine Symphony as well. Hell yeah. You like that? So, I know Sanguine Symphony kind of goes a little bit outside of the just gameplay aspect, but it's so good. It's like, how could I not add it, you know? Plus it does other stuff, including adds new blood textures. So you can see the blood splatter there. Oh, and that's another thing. The sound of weapons hitting objects. See, like now that they don't have any armor on, it sounds meatier. Yeah, you can remove the slow-mo. Everything in Sanguine Symphony is completely configurable. So you can turn off the slow-mo. You can turn off the strike effects. You can turn off everything through the MCM. And it's fully SKSE based instead of Papyrus-like enhanced blood textures is. So yeah, like you can see here too, like see the dirt cliff and it has grass growing on it. And that saves so much performance as opposed to having the mesh with the grass. But yeah, I mean, this is my performance went up quite a bit. It's always hard to tell when I'm like streaming, but before I started streaming, I was looking at my FPS, and right around here, I was getting about 70 FPS on 4K, which is a lot higher than I was getting before. But, you know, when I'm streaming it, I'm almost never gonna get it 60 FPS on any list when I'm streaming. Just because I play on 4K, it's just gonna eat up so much VRAM. But new textures for the roads, new grass, nature of the wildlands update. I didn't go with the animated trees, although if your system can handle it, that should be pretty easy to plug and play. Wilex animated trees add-on, but they do eat more performance. Yeah, the mountains are really good. The water should be a bit darker now because instead of dynamic cube maps, it uses water for E and B cube maps. So, as you can see, the water is a deeper color. Anyone think modded Skyrim still looks better than Oblivion Remastered? I don't think modded Skyrim looks better than Oblivion Remastered. I think parts of it do, but I think overall Oblivion Remastered still looks better. Now, Skyblivion should be interesting though, once that gets mod support. Oblivion Remastered is very blurry. That's true. Oblivion Remastered does use a lot of effects to make it look kind of more cinematic. Skyrim looks higher fantasy, Oblivion looks more real. I think it's the opposite. I think Oblivion Remastered looks more high fantasy and cinematic.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine.
Now, one thing Skyrim really can't compete with, compared to Oblivion Remastered, is the NPCs. NPCs in Oblivion Remastered just look way better.
Hadvar, what are you doing here? But what's all this about? That explains. We need to get word to you. Come on inside. Sigrid will get you something to eat. And you can tell us.
Oblivion Remastered looks better, but Unreal Engine 5 still performs worse. And your 1000 mod Skyrim game. Well, I don't think it's Unreal Engine 5, to be fair. There's a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games that look incredible and they perform really well. I think it's just because how much stuff Oblivion Remastered has going on, you know? One thing that modded Skyrim does have better is textures for landscapes. Oblivion Remastered, go anywhere and look down at the landscape. It looks kind of bad, not gonna lie. Whereas modded Skyrim landscapes look super photorealistic. Bro, I saw a comment though. Somebody was complaining that they can run OG Oblivion on Ultra, but they can't run the remaster on Ultra. I'm like, bro, it's you're comparing a 2006 game to a 2025 game. Yo, what's good, Nico? See, look at that. I'm really loving the new grass on the whatchamacallits. That's such a nice little feature. And it looks like it places some non-grass stuff too. It looks like it's placing some shrubs and stuff, or maybe they were there before, but either way. You add MCO just like you would normally add MCO. Now this is something I'm excited to show you guys. So this version of NGVO is gonna use a mixed Tundra, although I gotta hold up. They're gonna be mad at me because I'm not gonna be able to help ALO in time. So before NGVO used a okay, hit him.
Hey, watch it.
You handle yourself, and we show up to... If you go to...
So before it used a very green Tundra, but now the Tundra landscape is a mixed green-red. So this is a new texture that Clemis is working on that replaces the ground with a reddish-green mix. And it looks really nice over here. I'll show you guys. And it matches the new Freaks Floral Meadows as well, because that's also reddish green. Let me show you guys something. This is probably my favorite Tundra so far. I'm very picky about the Tundra. Look at that. Next version of Lorem will also have this. Look at that. And it just blends in so well together. Let me toggle off the grass so you guys can see. Yeah, it just flows in really nicely from one texture to the other. I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. And all it took was me complaining. I was in Clemis's Discord, just giving feedback about various things, and yeah, no, he was super chill and receptive about, like, because I was saying, I'm like, it would be nice if there was a green-red version to match with the red Tundra, these textures. Some dark water. Yeah, I mean, I could go back to the other water. Spellcasting hand is gonna taunt you. Why? What's wrong with it? You don't like that? Take off the gloves. Oh, because I know what you're talking about. Or how about put gloves on? The problem is, it's just due to the way the animations are set up. Can't really do a whole lot about it.
I wonder if we should offer discounts to the soldiers.
And all we can see here is NGVO only. What do you mean? Yeah, appreciate it, Tyler. There's a mod called like MO2 splash screen, I think. And that's what I use. It doesn't replace the thing, it just hides it. Yeah, it doesn't actually replace anything. I hate how quickly the weather changes. I could not find it. Search just splash on Nexus. And it should come up. Now, one thing that's gonna be really improved quite a bit compared to the last version of NGVO is these ice caves. This again is something that's also in the next version of Lorem. But these ice caves are freaking badass. So I don't want to get into it with that guy. And same with the glaciers and everything. I mean, those glaciers... okay, so the thing is, these glaciers from a distance, they are probably the best and most realistic looking glaciers you can get. They do look slightly not as great up close compared to some of the other options available. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to go right up to the glacier to stare at it. Because up close, it looks a little lower res. But from far away, it's freaking badass.
Watch what you're doing.
Where do you think you're going?
The inn for a drink. Where else could I eat?
Vanaheim snow is also my new favorite snow. I really, really like the parallax on the footsteps and everything. I think that looks really freaking good. The snow pad that's walked on, I mean, it looks like someone's been walking on it. Whereas the regular snow, I mean, it just looks like packed snow, slightly icy. And then the mixed bits with rocks. It just all looks really nice. And then let me show you guys DLC 2 Raven Rock. This COC... oh, I didn't put COC. This will actually be my first time going here. I think the Oblivion Remastered NPCs look pretty good. So I'm using the new Freaks Solstheim as well. So let me head out to where there's some grass. Difference between with and without the Great City of Winterhold. I know, without the Great City of Winterhold, it's literally like a shack. Okay, okay. Oh, wow. And Freaks adds a lot of different foliage. Holy shit. I don't really want to help this guy. Ooh. I'm in God mode. I want to make sure I'm in God mode so we can keep it cinematic. Oh man, that... Did you see that? Look at that effect when you block. Yo, that's super clean.
I wish I could have said the same for my man.
I really like that. The grass slots are surprisingly good. Well, that's because my grass slot settings are universal, so they work with like any sort of grass. Yeah, that's really nice. Man, you gotta love vanilla Skyrim though, where it takes several power attacks with a greatsword to kill a bug. Yo, Cookie with the 10 gifted. Yo, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that, and congrats to everybody who got a membership. When will this release? I'm hoping tomorrow, but I'm not sure. But look at the grass lods, like I mean, you can kind of tell when it goes from regular grass to lods, but it's not like that substantial of a difference. How did you get one of those? Oh, you did. That's that's hilarious. Maybe somebody just has your exact same name. NGVO is a good list to build off of. Now, I obviously have zero bias at all. Here's what I'll say. NGVO is the newest visual only mod list, and already it's one of the most forked, if not the most forked, visual only list. So what's good, Faded? Skyland? No, I don't. Well, I use Skyland, but I only use it as a base. So Skyland is a good base to, like, you just add it first, and then you just overwrite other stuff with it. Because Skyland is a good catch-all, so if you forget to retexture, remesh something, Skyland probably did it. Who'd fork NGVO? I know, right? What's up, Nick?
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
Holy shit.
Huh?
Enough already.
It's just in my
I have
face.
told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
Yo, Cookie with 5 more gifted. What the hell? Holy shit. Man, I really wish YouTube Live did a thing kind of like Twitch or Kick, where it has like a leaderboard thing. That'd be so cool. Yo, thank you so much though, Cookie. 6. depending on release dates and stuff, it'll either drop tomorrow or I don't know. It'll either drop tomorrow or in a week. Holy shit, you got yeeted. But man, the new Morthal. This is a really nice Morthal. It matches with the landscape textures too. But it's got that nice snowy marsh vibe. You wish you were Biggie's second kid. Eat us, mudcrab, delete us. Witcher 3 vibes, I can see that. Okay, this is unironically though my favorite part of the new blending is whenever you see these icy iceberg, ice flows, whatever, is going from the ice to the actual ice flow. It's like really seamless blending. I love that they make a little crack noise. Mountain texture, it's all Vanaheim. So in 6.0, I simplified everything by using just Vanaheim pretty much. But just Vanaheim and just Freak's Grass for pretty much all the landscapes and grass textures. Well, I mean, look at that though. You got the grass growing on these things too. It's just such a big step up. It's such a small thing, but it's honestly like little things add up. No, I'm still on a 4090. Yeah, it uses Terrain Helper instead of Terrain Parallax Blending Fix. Uncle Rogvir is dead, kid. Of other people can just wait around for hours.
You need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get on with it!
Magic resist over 75% useful, yes. Because the enemies will still... If you get hit with spells, it starts draining your magic resist. Any updates needed for the wiki?
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls.
I don't think so. Although I'm considering adding VRAMmer as an EXE that you guys can just run. I won't have the output, but I'll have the EXE. That way if you need even more performance, you can just click a button and then it'll do the output for you. So that's one thing I'm considering doing. Yeah, the trees of nature of the wildlands. Any chance of a non-requiambulous for us casuals? There is a chance for those that saw my Lorem channel update a couple days ago. There's a chance that I just do content creation full-time, as well as make mod lists full-time, but we'll see. If I did that, I would make Fallout 4 lists, more Skyrim lists, maybe Skyblivion lists, really any moddable game. With your old PC, VRAMmer took 72 hours for Novus version 5. Well, Novus version 5 probably has a lot of textures that need to be VRAMmered. Maybe that's why. Wouldn't going full-time conflict with your gig? My gig? So chill, I should definitely be able to do full-time content creation. I mean, that'd be cool, but like things have just gone really well with the channel and like coffee and I mean, people like Cookie are the ones who make it like an actual real possibility I'm considering. Which is wild because my first video I uploaded for Skyrim, I had no idea. Like, I didn't think people would really watch it. I mean, I figured some people would, but I don't know. It just everything ended up kind of going crazy. There's ups and downs, but 50 views average like 3 months ago. Now we're vibing at 320, right? It's getting to the point where YouTube is paying more than your job. Go for it. I mean, well, there's other things to consider too, because so as you guys, yo, Cookie, thank you so much. What the hell, man? But first of all, I mean, I like doing this a lot more than commuting an hour, working for 10 hours at a desk, and then commuting another hour. And like, bro, like Monday through Thursday, I barely get to see like my son, you know? Because I come home and then in like an hour, it's his nap time. So there's that. There's the fact that we're having a second kid and daycare is expensive as hell. Man, I spend so much on gas commuting because I drive an SUV. I mean, I have to pay for my own parking. There's a lot of factors. Remote work was better. I don't think remote work works for me though. Remote work, I did it for years, like 4 years, and I was just very unhappy doing remote work. If you mean like remote work, like in my industry doing remote work, I'm a social person, so I need that like human connection, you know, and just you know, bro, like man, my this is like TMI, but I swear my hygiene was like, you just like wake up in the morning and just crawl to your work desk and you just be in there in your freaking pajamas all day. And I don't know, it's just it's for some people it works. For other people like myself, doing like a quote unquote real job but remote isn't really it. Wouldn't full-time content creation be? Yo, Mayonnaise with the 10 gifted. Yo, thank you so much, Mayonnaise. Content creation, it's kind of remote work, but you also do have that social element directly tied with it, you know? And when it's something that you really want to do, then it doesn't really feel like work, you know? So I mean that's kind of where I'm at. But I mean, we'll see. You code for a living, you love it? Sometimes I kind of regret not doing anything computer science related. But yeah. I mean, it's just different people, it's different, you know? Should I go back to the old water? What do you think, Ghoulified? You think you like the old water more? They give you a bit of hard time sometimes in decisions, if it's because you love the work you do and want it to be the best. That's fair. So the story about how programmers are getting hammered because of AI. Yeah, is this Lorem? No, this is NGVO. This water's more realistic, you think? It might be, but I feel like it doesn't have, in some spots it's a little bit too dark, I think. I'm already AI, true. I mean, I do like that regardless, when it's like overcast and stuff like this, it gets all muddy. It's like precipitating. I mean, it's not too different from what it was before. I think maybe it was just depending on the weather. I've tried Wildlands Renewal. Markarth. The Powerade? No, the Powerade shouldn't be in Markarth. Dang! This is my favorite weather, though. This is my favorite weather. Hold up. Hold the phone, man. Where's my snipping tool? Let me snip. There we go. Here, I'm gonna put this in the NGVO screenshots channel. Dang. Not what I meant to do. Shit. There we go. This is Nat 3 weather. I skipped a couple hours and now it somehow looks even better. My programmer, nope. I'm okay with computers, but I'm definitely not a programmer. I'm good with like computer hardware, assembling them, you know, choosing parts and stuff like that, but software side, no. I mean, this is genuinely now like my new favorite Tundra. It looks just so colorful and good, you know? I mean, it just looks like a realistic Tundra. The mix of greens and reds and dry areas and rocks. No, NGVO is a mod list that it's designed for you to build off of. You have Nat 3 too. Haven't come across that screenshot yet. Oh, that weather. I've seen it quite a few times. Nat 3 does have a lot of weather, though. Mod collection for Oblivion Remastered. I don't think that the remaster is really gonna get enough mods to what the heck is going on there? I don't think the remaster is gonna get enough mods to need a an overhaul. Okay, let's debug this. Cell is 99E4. Okay, 99E4. There's something amiss. Let's debug this. There's some shenanigans. 99E4. I would be more interested in modding Skyblivion though. Skyblivion would be fun. Because you're going to be able to, right off the get, use a lot of Skyrim mods. What console command is that? It's not a console command, it's more informative console. Alright, so The water height is just set to default. That's so strange. Huh. It just didn't load in properly. See what water for E and B does. Maybe it's just a weird water for A and B. MX Tundra seam transition. Okay. That's all it did. Interesting. Unless like this is messing it up somehow. Weird. Okay, maybe it just didn't load in. ETA, I would hope to be able to release it tomorrow. I mean, Clemens said tomorrow that he's gonna release the Tundra texture. So, because I can't just include the Tundra texture without permission. Unity modding is much easier, but the community cracked that entirely. Oh, speaking of Unity, I would really like to make a Daggerfall list. I think I might still have my Daggerfall list somewhere. I think I do. Oh, maybe I don't, because that was on my old PC. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to rebuild, but I would really, really, really like to get you guys into Daggerfall. I promise you, just trust me. Just trust me. It is... Oh, see, yeah, it was just something... Maybe it's because I fast traveled or something. I guess this entire thing was just not loaded in. That's funny. But yeah, a Daggerfall list would go really hard. Man, this shit looks beautiful, though. I mean, just look at that. That is just... Okay. Look at the color of this landscape texture, right? And then look at the grass. That is art. Bloody Freak and Clemens are artists. That is crazy. I mean, just... Okay, that's another... That's really screenshot worthy, because that is just such a good... I'm putting that in NGVO Discord as well. It's just, that is my ideal Tundra right there. I've been so picky about the Tundra, and this is just what I've wanted, something like this. I really am not a big fan of just the pure yellow Tundra, because it looks like a wheat field. And I'm not a fan of, like, super green Tundra. Although I think up until, like, we actually had an option to. I think the green Tundra was, like, the lesser of the two evils. But, yeah, just having, like, a mixed Tundra with the greens and reds and dry and whatnot. And shrubs. Why are mod authors more creative than devs? I don't think it's a creativity thing. I think what it is with mod authors, it's like, you know, you end up... Should I add sky parkour? I feel like maybe that's getting a little bit too into the gameplay stuff. Although, sky parkour is really nice. I think it's more like, when it comes to modding, you have something already, and then your whole thing is like, how do I make it better? Yeah, Lorem is gonna get this Tundra. I mean, Lorem already has the Tundra grass. It just doesn't have the landscape textures yet. That's so weirdly satisfying. Just killing the mud crab and then watching them just recoil off the hit. That's so satisfying.
Greetings, sister. You look weary. I have something to help you relax. The finest skooma, the sweetest moon sugar, at a fair price, of course.
That's illegal.
A snitch, huh? Can't have you running to any guards now, can I? You're mine.
Yo, okay, did you see that? I hit her gloves and it made a metal clanking noise. And then I hit her flesh and it had a fleshy noise. That's so... It's so... The feedback it adds is just so much more satisfying. It's precision, but it's also the new Sanguine Symphony mod. Not a fair fight. I know, right? She had iron gauntlets. That's not fair. You make a Daggerfall collection. When would you make one? I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to make it for Wabbajack. It might honestly be a Vortex collection. I don't know, Vortex, but it's not that many mods, so it honestly wouldn't even be that bad. Yeah, the sparks are also from the new mod. I want to just go fight stuff. Let me just go to Bleak Falls Barrow. The only thing I wish is, I kind of wish that, bro, every wolf and their mother is here. I kind of wish, you could turn... Oh yeah, you can make it so the visuals only apply on the last enemy. But I wish you could make it so it doesn't happen on animals. It's only people. But yeah, you can also turn off the slowdown effects. Stuff like that. I want to see what happens when it's allowing a kill move. I'll turn off the sound effect though. I don't want to hear that. Boing. Unreal Engine 4 SS. I haven't been paying too much attention to the Oblivion Remastered mods. Sanguine Symphony is awesome. Feels a bit weird without dismembering framework though. I mean, I could add dismembering framework. Technically, it is a visual thing. It's not a. It's not really a gameplay thing. Technically. I wish there was a way to... I don't think it's a 250 gigabyte download. The download... 112 gigabytes. Actually, I think NGVO 6 is going to be smaller file size than NGVO 5 was. So... Because I condensed a lot of things. I removed some mods. Yeah, the dismembering framework should play nicely. The only thing is... yeah, I mean, I guess I could add it. Vanilla Skyrim with visual. Yeah, visual, user interface, and sounds. And it has bug fixes, things like that. That's not what I meant to do. I didn't have God mode on.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
You see how the even the light armor sounds different? And it just feels so chunky. I actually haven't shot anybody with a bow and arrow yet, so let me try that.
Time to end this little game.
Dang. That's sick. Skyblivion, like I said, it'll be compatible with certain mods right from day one. Like, I would imagine that something like MCO would have day one compatibility with Skyblivion. But other stuff, you know, like follower mods or perk overhauls, new spells, textures, things like that, it would need compatibility patches. ENBs would probably also work day one. Well, actually, maybe not, because Skyblivion might have its own weather. So ENBs need specific weather compatibility. So actually, probably not. You could add an ENB. You could, well, what you could do is take something like Cabbage ENB and just add the weathers from Skyblivion into the weather list, but it just probably wouldn't look right. Skyblivion has a custom ENB? Maybe it does. Or maybe it has custom shader or something. Chat it with the Skyblivion people. I've spoken to somebody who has tested Skyblivion because they're making stuff for Skyblivion, but I haven't spoken to any of the like main devs. Man, but look at them lods, though. Oosh. Kind of Fallout list. I would like to do something like Lorem, but for Fallout 4. Oblivion lockpicking is better than Skyrim? Gross. Although, I really kind of do like the Skyblivion lockpicking. It's basically Elder Scrolls Online lockpicking, which is like Oblivion lockpicking, except not as disgusting. Dang. That's true, Michael. That's the best lockpicking. God, these skeevers are so disgusting. I love it. blood. A furry mod? What? Blood needs to be darker? I don't think so. I mean, my blood is red as fuck. Blood can be super bright, or it could be super dark. My blood is pretty much like the blood splatter that you saw. Or some people's blood is more like this, more of a crimson color. But yeah, my blood is basically like ketchup red.
Never should have come here. Lucky hit.
Dang, the impact effects are just so good. I mean, I think that's a pretty damn realistic color for blood. I think that's probably like the average blood color. Major changes 6.0, new textures for landscapes, new grass, updated stuff that needed to be updated. Yeah, you can disable the sparks in combat. It's all configurable. I might disable... I think I'm gonna disable the... I'm gonna do last enemy only for the slow-mo. Maybe just disable the slow-mo. I love how the bones sound. You hear how, like, it sounds completely different based on what you're hitting? Oh, and look at the spider. The spider has green blood. Look at that. Look at that. Instead of red blood, it's green. Is it so called blood for spiders? Juice.
It's coming loose. I can feel it.
It's still blood. There you go. Spider milk? Mmm. It's that, Oh, you guys want to know? You guys want to know an underrated drink? One of the most underrated drinks is at 7-Eleven. They have a 7-Eleven knockoff of Gatorade, but they have one flavor that's lime and cucumber. It is super damn good. You see how the shields too? And you see how the sparks only apply to metals? Like, the Draugr don't have sparks, but their shields do. Very cool. Check out a battle axe. The replenish drinks? Yeah, I think so. Gatorade has a cucumber. Yeah, no, Gatorade's one isn't as good. The 7-Eleven one is really good. Yeah, the Draugr are different from vanilla. Everything's different. Just love how bony they sound. I am Dinuk. That's what they say. And then they say Frosty. What mod changes that terrible dead Tundra shrub? Nature of the Wildlands. If it's the one that I'm thinking of, the green one, the light green one, that's from Nature of the Wildlands. Haktua. Haktua, shout on that thing. You know what would be cool? A mod that lets you become a Draugr. I know we have Lichdom, but imagine like you play as a Nord and you're able to do some sort of ritual to make yourself a Draugr. What would be the point of it? I'm not sure, but it'd be a thing. Bro got vaporized. You gotta love the vanilla ragdoll. Elk mount? Imagine a mod that lets you tame deer and elk and stuff enough that you get to use them as mounts. Bro, you know what I want as a mount? A fucking griffin. Some Harry Potter shit. Oh. Oh yeah, Saturnalia, you do get to ride a reindeer. Take Karstag and make him your mount. And you forget how underwhelming Bleak Falls is in vanilla until you have played Requiem. Just not having enemies here, and you know, you go into the final chamber, there's just one single Draugr and he sucks. Reindeer primary mount. Technically, mounted bears are lore friendly. You should be able to mount bears. GG, no re. Where's the Dragon Priest? I know, right? Unplayable without a Dragon Priest. Okay, the Dragon Priest, though, you guys think that that's bad? Have you ever played Libram? Libram makes Requiem look really easy. I mean, Requiem doesn't even add the Dragon Priest. That's a separate mod. In Libram, you get out here and there's a dragon. And Libram makes dragons insanely hard. In Libram, man, the people behind that mod list just, they really enjoy torturing people. Oh, and in Libram, the only way to get perks is by killing dragons. Meaning, up until you've killed your first dragon, you don't have any perks. Game of Thrones? No, I'm using Dragons SE. You did Libram VR? Oh, man. You went through 9 max tier lingering poisons for that dragon? Sheesh. Am I a fan of Game of Thrones? Yeah, yes and no. I like it, but I'm not about a fan of it, like doggy. There's a lot more people way more into it than me, so. It's so funny because people universally hate the last season. It wasn't the whole reason because the story wasn't even done. So they like just made up a bunch of stuff.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chase. No. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh god. What the fuck is that Joker ass smile? What the fuck? That's I feel like we can make an emoji out of this. I'm gonna put this in the lorem general. The fuck is that, man? What the fuck is that? Guys. What the hell It means so much to me that you want to claw back. Get the fuck away from me, Satan. Use that as a menu replacer. Oh, you know what I would love to really do one day is just make a comedy list and have all the loading screens just be really goofy ass screenshots that we've collected over the last couple of years. What if I made a comedy list that was also a Gooner list? Like, you get freaky with the NPCs and then you go and fight mudcrabs that have top hats. Next April 1st. April Goons. April Goons Day. Dumb and Dumber or Seinfeld? Seinfeld. I don't know why I called it Seinfeld. I don't really like Seinfeld. I think Seinfeld is not that funny. Starfield, yeah. I mean, Seinfeld has some things that are okay, but the average Seinfeld episode is like... It'd be like, some like... Hey, let me go get a muffin. What do you mean a muffin? You already ate. Yeah, but I'm hungry. Let me go get a muffin. But a muffin, that can fill you up. Hey, what are you doing? Getting a muffin. Hey, how are you still hungry? And it's like, what the fuck? And then they add just a bunch of laugh tracks on that. I promise you, if you like got rid of the laugh tracks from Seinfeld, it'd be like, what the hell? Always Sunny in Philadelphia is great.
We'll be keeping an eye on you.
Is it set in New York? Yeah, it's set in New York. Everyone sounds like Raymond. For real.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must.
Bro, Seinfeld is legitimately boomer comedy. They edited out the tracks. Yeah, that and Friends. Neither of those shows is actually funny. I mean, okay, Friends actually did have some funny moments. Friends, there were some jokes in Friends that actually were hilarious. And I thought they were pretty clever, but yeah. You know what's a good show? You know what's a really funny show that had laugh tracks? Frasier. I think Frasier is one of the few laugh track shows that I thought was actually genuinely funny, and the jokes were really well written. Like, Frasier genuinely could have not had laugh tracks and been great. You hated Frasier and loved Seinfeld? Frasier has, like, just more sophisticated comedy, I guess. I don't know. Like, the jokes, when I was a kid, all of the, like, Frasier made no sense to me. And then I rewatched it as an adult, and I'm like, holy shit, this show is actually so fucking good.
So, you were at
MASH.
But it's not by East.
MASH was pretty good.
What do you say now,
Except for the last season, Malcolm in the Middle was really good. That's one of my favorite comedy shows. Although, I don't know if that counts as a sitcom. Modern Family is really good. I think Modern Family is really good. Always Sunny is really good. Everybody Loves Raymond's alright.
I'll return to my duties. That would be best. Come, let's go find
George Lopez Show, really good. Although I feel like the George Lopez Show probably like clicks more with like people who aren't from the US. Because a lot of my like American friends, like born here, didn't understand George Lopez Show, but like you show it to anyone born in another country, and it's like hilarious.
So the Jarl thinks you can, well, go to Bleak Fall. Ah.
The Simpsons? Oh, I'm sure people still watch it. I still see clips of The Simpsons. Fresh Prince, yeah.
You need to come at once. A dragon.
Family Matters.
You should come too. A dragon.
The Office.
Where was it seen?
Hot take.
I take this a bit more seriously if I was.
Hot take. The Office isn't as good as Parks and Rec.
Let's go.
Archer, I didn't like Archer.
I hope you get there in time.
So, your left tells you came from the western.
I like Bob's Burgers though.
Tell me what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, when Michael left the office, they should have ended the entire show. It just would. It really, the last couple seasons of The Office, to me, kind of ruined the entire show.
So fast in my life. I thought it would come after me for sure.
Good work, son.
Even the last season with Michael wasn't that great. With Holly or whatever. It ended up getting just really weird.
You better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There. And please, accept this gift from my personal army.
I should come along. I would very much like to.
You hated US Office after watching UK first? How I Met Your Mother is pretty good. Okay, you want to know what show you want to know my least favorite sitcom? That I can't stand and I hate when I get recommended clips for it. And you know Google's always listening, so I bet after I say this, I'm gonna get recommended clips. Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is, in my opinion, one of the worst sitcoms ever made. That shit is not funny at all. That isn't a hot take. So many people are obsessed with it. Young Sheldon is decent, yeah. At first I thought I'd hate it, but it's actually not that bad. You tried to give Big Bang Theory a fair try. Yeah. There's a Skyrim Remastered, yeah. Bethesda dropped it, Shadow dropped it 5 minutes ago. Sean became too much of focus, and he was the least interesting. Yeah. In Young Sheldon, I prefer like all the the storyline related to like his brother more than Sheldon.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Cheers. Cheers was good. Craftian mods? Oh, that's a good question. Oh my god! Da 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 da. Can't kill me, dragon. What does a sleeping tree sub do? Health is increased by 100 for 45 seconds. Craftian. Okay, I mean, I can tell you 100% Craftian was in the wrong. There's like a lot of people who came out against him. So, okay. You know how like... You know how I'm picky about voice acting? Like when it comes to mods? And a lot of times like a mod will have like voice acting that's kind of whatever. Craftian mods honestly have really good voice acting. Every Craftian mod ever just had really, really damn good voice acting. But ironically, the actual like implementation of the mods tended to be super janky. So like a lot of Craftian mods had just like weird bugs, and people would report the bugs, and then he would like... This was Crafty in a nutshell. He worked with the voice actor. I think these were professional voice actors too. Made a mod, usually a follower mod or something. And then people would report bugs, and then he would just like freak out and start yelling at people, and then like say I quit, and then a month later he's back to making another mod, right? Anyway, he, in his latest mod, somebody said something, and then he started to like just shit talking the voice actors, and it got like really nasty. And then one of the voice actors came out and started speaking out about how like awful he is to them and how he treats them like shit and stuff. And then he like made some cruel April 1st joke, I guess, against the voice actors, and he was basically harassing them. So then he got suspended by Nexus, and then in retaliation he deleted all his mods. So yeah, I mean, the voice actors he was just taking for granted. The voice actors were carrying his mods. Hard carrying. But yeah, he wanted to like just throw a hissy fit about everything, so it is what it is.
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest qualities.
You found out about Craftian thanks to a bug? What does that mean? I just know Craftian had almost impossible standards for voice acting in his mods, which is crazy because the voice acting in his mods was excellent. I mean, he was expecting like world-class voice actors or something. I don't even know. He wanted Celestine to have an expansion for Beyond Reach that had very, very controversial subject matter related to, let's just say, non-consensual acts, as well as unaliving acts, and especially related to not of age individuals. And so the voice actors didn't want to be part of any of that. And then he apparently got super pissed.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been
So what
waiting
happened? I knew I... Dragon. Master. You heard the sound.
So, yeah.
What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
There's a certain point where I was wondering if Craftian was Dan Schneider. Jeez. But yeah, it's I've just heard very weird things.
Draugr, calm yourself.
We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragon.
I'm Thane!
I don't see any signs of her being this.
Was this my back attempting to offer an experience? It's a visual-only list, and you can either
Lead the way.
play complete vanilla with just really good graphics, or you can build off of it. Yeah, Beyond Reach is fairly janky, I agree. Beyond Reach has a lot of bugs, and the author like completely closed out the bug report section.
To our elven overlords, sharing the heavens.
I just noticed Talus has a mustache.
Man? Ha! They can bear
Like his mustache is very separate from the rest of his beard.
on earth. Today,
It's like curly. Yeah, Beyond Reach does have some crazy subject matter. But yeah, a lot of people just don't really want to deal with that. Oh, there's new clay textures. Look at that. Clay. Cassius clay.
I know your sights are set beyond this town, but for...
Oh, yes, Mother.
You have to let
On
fast
your way up
follow.
the 7,000 steps again, Klimek?
Not today. Well, not the Greybeards. Trouble is, here, take
Aren't
this
the
bag of
Greybeards
supplies.
Anvil? I mean, it's a good list to build off of if, especially if you can't handle NGVO. You need to run something lighter. No, the thing I'm waiting for 6.0. First of all, I'm gonna put 6.0 on its own Nexus page again. Originally, or not originally, but recently I put NGVO on Lorem's Nexus page, and it's honestly just been a hassle to manage it that way, so I'm gonna put it on its own Nexus page. But I'm waiting for Clemis to upload his Vanaheim update. Goldberg? I've never heard of that. The only Goldberg I know is Bill Goldberg, the wrestler. I've heard of the Golden Girls. Yo, what's good, Ivy? You know what was kind of a good sitcom? The Nanny. I kind of like The Nanny. Oh, you know what was a really damn good one? The Bernie Mac show. Man, I miss Bernie Mac. Yeah, I was talking about George Lopez show earlier too. Yeah, new blood effects. Am I able to update NGVO without breaking the fork I'm creating for it? My recommendation to anybody who is already working on a fork is don't update, just keep working on your thing. Because you can do all the same changes that I'm doing. Because the changelog is public. It's easier for you to just, you know, add the same mods, remove the same mods, update the same mods. Rip Bernie, for real. Scrubs is really good. Scrubs is... I really tried getting my wife into Scrubs and she didn't like it. I'm like, how could you not like Scrubs? Yeah, I added Sanguine Symphony. I like it. Although, I think the blood textures aren't as good as enhanced blood textures. They're more dynamic, but the textures themselves I don't think are as good. But yeah, my main comedies that I watched growing up was like Bernie Mac Show, George Lopez, and Everybody Loves Raymond, and Malcolm in the Middle. And then super late at night, you'd end up getting Frasier. I think Frasier came on after Golden Girls or something. Or I think it was Golden Girls and then The Nanny and then Frasier. Frasier, I just feel like was always the last one on. But I'd stay up super late. Oh, and then Mad TV. Mad TV. I always preferred Mad TV over Saturday Night Live. You're burnt out on gaming in general, spent the whole day watching the 100 TV show. Lightning rod, lightning strikes metal. I don't even know what that is. Like, you can just randomly get hit. Wow. Garbage. Garbage. Hey, but that just proved that reloading even in a visual only list can sometimes crash your game. What caused it though? Is the question. Not even saying. It just said Bethesda Game Studios save manager. Reloading the save is what caused the save to crash. Very cool. Thank you, Todd. Have a good night, Space. If you have metal out during a thunderstorm, lightning has a small chance to zap you. Jeez. It should amplify the chance if you're wearing steel armor. How to read the crash logs? I mean, you just read them. Yeah, kill him till he's dead. I mean, here, I'll show you, like, the thing you got to know about crash logs is, so a lot of times there are certain things that are always going to show up in a crash log, and that doesn't mean that it crashed. Better third-person selector and faster HDT SMP, just the way they hook into the game. No matter what, they're going to show up in every single crash log. So that's not why you're crashing. The game version is also going to show up. So if something shows up here, and it's not like one of these things that you see here, kernel 32, better third person, SKSE, and NTDLL, like it's if it's not something here outside of these, it's probably going to be something down here. And it'll show you like the scripts that are being called. Sometimes it'll say that there's like a texture or a mesh. So you just gotta like really read down. But it looks like the reason this crash happened is just because of literally the save manager. So Bethesda save manager was literally trying to load the save, and it just straight up fucking crashed. So that's the only thing I can see here, which is hilarious. But I don't see anything else that would have really caused a crash. And the fact that it happened while trying to load the game is probably also pretty indicative. Like, oh, these are just crash logs from No Grass and Objects, but let me show you like a different one. Like this one, you see here, again, there's nothing really useful up here, but look, probable stat call, it already gives you inertia.dll. So this, I crashed because I died from fall damage while that new Sky Parkour mod was running. And it ended up just not liking that, and it crashed the game because I died of fall damage. And then it tried to reload, and then it just crashed. So, I mean, it can be a lot of things. This one said bad function call, but it was saying stuff about TrueHUD. And I think what was going on with this one is I just had conflicting mods with the Sanguine Symphony, because once I got rid of the conflicting mods, I didn't see that anymore. I think this is also just running No Grass and Objects. If I have another useful one I can show as an example. Oh, like this one, for example, this was like a bad mesh, these robes. This is a good example of a crash happening that's mesh related. And so it was a robe from Common Clothes and Armors. And meshes have like these NI nodes or something, and apparently it was just buggy. So some actor was wearing those robes and it caused a crash. Yeah. There's a lot of ways the game can crash. What was conflicting with Sanguine? Dynamic hits, Sekiro Combat S, and something else. Other ways to crash, for sure. No, but I forgot what the mod was. I didn't get a crash with the Sanguine Symphony when you were there, Borgle. The crash happened off stream, and it was I honestly can't remember the name of the mod that was conflicting. Skyrim saved your life, sheesh. But hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, T-Chan. It is pretty awesome in 2025, though, I gotta say. If it doesn't crash, you have not modded hard enough. You know, some people unironically think that. I never just chalk up crashes to, oh, Skyrim. Because, I mean, okay, sometimes it can be. If it's really, like, not repeatable and it's just a weird one-off thing. But most crashes are fixable. So why have a crashy list? Well, A1, I think that whole thing comes from how buggy vanilla Skyrim was with mods because of all its engine limitations.
Dragonborn. Let us show. Now, tell me, Dragon. We will do our best. That is for you. But, do you have the discipline and temper?
Should you run Dandelion on your own? It comes with Dandelion Run. Graphics drivers? Yeah. Man, okay, one thing I do gotta say is Intel 13th and 14th gen CPUs cause a metric shit ton of crashes. Yo, Freak! Hey, okay, Freak, yo, I gotta show you something. I'm so glad you actually tuned in. I gotta show you something. I got Clemis to make a Tundra that matches your Freak's meadows. Dude, this is so hype. Look at this. He's adding a green and red texture. Yeah, dude, look at that. It actually ended up looking so damn good. Because I'm just using Vanaheim now. But like, look how nice that blends in with your grass, dude. Look at that. I mean, you can't tell me that's not dope. Can't even do it, man. And even the his swamp blends in really well with yours too. Yeah, I'm using the new no grass and object with the grass on cliffs too. Oh, that's the other thing. Is you don't really need to make dirt cliffs with grass anymore, because no grass and objects just does it now, and it's like way more performance friendly. I mean, but one thing is, you and the Nature of the Wildlands author probably inspired the No Grass and Objects author to make No Grass and Objects just do it. It works okay, yeah. I mean, I'm using it right now. Sometimes you can't even tell where the dirt cliffs are just because it just blends in. But, like, it works for all regions, too. So if we can find a dirt cliff, like, over here somewhere. We saw one earlier. But it has grass on it. I mean, honestly, they just blend in so well now that it's hard to find them. Which is a good thing. Saw one earlier in the swamp that had, oh, like over here. See that? Yeah, you see that? Hey. Because this normally, it wouldn't have any grass on it. You see how the grass got applied? Super nice. Yeah, these grasses should have collisions and everything because this is actual grass, not it's not like just a mesh. What else is in? But yeah, this grass, it's actual grass. It actually moves around and everything. So it's a lot better than the dirt cliff having grass built into it. So really freaking dope. You know what I'm hoping that we get though? I'm hoping that we also get the same with like I mean, I don't know if this would be a great idea, but maybe like for Whiterun, like for the city interiors, for them to get grass where they should. I think that might be cool. Oblivion. I think I want to make Oblivion for Skyblivion instead of the Oblivion Remaster. I don't think the Oblivion Remaster is going to need Oblivion. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I specs, if you do exclamation mark specs, we'll see. Oh, and I just love the Vanaheim, the wavy coastal rocks. It's so funny because I've seen people say that this isn't realistic. And I'm like, bro, I go to the beach all the time. I've seen so many beaches exactly like this. Where the rocks get pushed up in waves. Holy shit, everyone doing specs. I swear sometimes the people who like complain about how the nature stuff looks, I'm like, do you, no offense, but do you like go outside? Like when I saw people complaining about the shadows flickering because the leaves, like, you know how the leaves kind of flutter? So I've seen people like complain that the shadows flutter around because the leaves flutter. And I'm just like, yeah, that actually happens. Just go stand under a tree and you'll see that happen. Rule 12, you're not allowed to complain if something is graphically realistic as you touch grass. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I grew up in Oregon. I've spent so many days hiking up hills and shit and mountains and going to lakes and rivers and fishing and whatever. And the landscape in the Pacific Northwest isn't like too different from like a Nordic sort of landscape. But like Skyrim's forests. You grew up in Oregon too? Hell yeah. Yeah, I grew up in the like western Portland area, greater Portland metropolitan area. Landscape textures are very subjective. People get heated over it. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to get heated over them. But some people will literally, like, I'll find something that looks really realistic and someone's gonna be like, no way, Jose. And I'm just like, I mean, like, what more do you want? Now, if you go to, like, the Adriatic Sea, there's a lot of rocky beaches. And a rocky beach will, I mean, there's certain rocky beaches that are even, like, more rocks than this. It's like nothing but rocks. And it's super painful to just walk on the beach. You weren't the biggest fan of Portland in the little time you spent there? That's fair. I'm not the biggest fan of Portland, and I lived there for like 24 years or something. Chad doesn't know where the Adriatic Sea is. Well, that's a big rip. That's why there wasn't much trade there before the Romans? I guess so. But yeah, I mean, I really like these beach textures. You think CS is better than ENB? No. I think a lot of community shader screenshots are very, you know, ideal conditions. But, you know, I can just wander around with ENB enabled and like everything looks like a screenshot, you know what I mean? I think community shaders is rapidly advancing though, while ENB is stagnant. So I think that ENB's future isn't as bright as community shaders' future. Because CS has multiple people working on it. ENB only has one, you know? CS's peaks are better. I still don't agree. Oh, Borgel, thank you for the membership. Light limit fix is cool, but it's also like a non-issue if you use Lux. Although, I guess the benefit though is if you have light limit fix, then you don't need to use Lux's meshes. So you can get back a lot of that performance. ENB updated the binaries the other day. But yeah, I'm using the latest binaries here. And the latest binaries, they, if we can see it here. Yeah, you can. So the latest binaries, they greatly improve the water lods. It might be kind of tough to see on the icebergs, but like the water lods will have like reflections and stuff. So, yeah. You didn't even see the lods? That's what I'm saying. The water lods, like the water transition, is very hard to tell where the non-lod water is and where the what like I can, you know, once you get it to a certain angle, you can see it. You see where that border is, that very faint line. But if you're looking at it just like naturally, like it's not even there. And that's one thing that ENB really has on community shaders. Community shaders LODs, the water LODs, I don't know, something about them looks off. So yeah, the ENB water just looks fantastic now. I think community shaders.
New donation from Madlab Rat.
Hey, Madlab! Thank you for the coffee. 101% of the coffee goal. Hell yeah. Easiest place to test water, lots of standing. Oh yeah, we can go to the Lake Ilanalta. I know that's Lake Honrick. This is Ilanalta. Change the speed of certain braking waves. There's a mod called something like Better Waves or something, Real Waves maybe, and it adds I mean you see it's hard to tell where the water lot is from this angle. Okay, see, it's right there. But when you're looking at it naturally, it's like, you just can't tell. It's crazy. Yeah, KGB waves, there you go. The KGB waves. Yeah, and it adds waves to the coastline.
New donation from Borgle Snaps.
Borgle! Thank you for the coffee. The waves are a little robotic. Well, they're a little robotic, but without that mod, they're non-existent. And which is weird for a ocean coast to not have any waves. You know what I mean? How much was the dono goal? Okay, so the dono goal, it was supposed to be an annual goal. It was supposed to be for the entire year. And I put it up, what, like a month and a half ago? Yeah, it was 5K. It was 5K. And so I don't know. My wife was so insanely happy, guys. Like, cause just the bills that she's paid so far for like ultrasounds and stuff, I think so far it's been $3,500. And our deductible is, like, our out-of-pocket max for the year is $7,500. So that $5,000 is 2/3 of the frickin' medical bills we're gonna pay this year. So yeah, babies are frickin' expensive. Gotta love American healthcare. Why aren't Americans having children? Why aren't Americans having any children, guys? What's more expensive, delivery costs than feeding and raising a kid and then putting it through college, or some condoms or birth control? No, but we really wanted a second kid, but yeah, it is expensive. That's why, I mean, regardless of if I go like full-time as a content creator or not, I'm gonna bust my ass and for as long as I can do both, you know? Both work full-time plus
New
do this.
donation from SKY.
Yo, Sky, thank you so much for the coffee. The cost of the house, yeah. My mortgage? My mortgage is $3,000 a month. Yeah. Fatherhood's going well? Oh, fatherhood's awesome. My son is like, I mean, he has his days, but he's a good kid. It's why when you have child 2 right after 1. Yeah. Which do you get more money from, gifted subs or coffee? Coffee. Coffee, or Ko-Fi, whatever you want to call it. It's like almost entirely goes to me. 95% goes to me. And I get paid out like after a day or two. With gifted subs or memberships, YouTube keeps 30%. And it gets paid out once a month, along with my like regular YouTube ad revenue and stuff like that. I had 2 kidney transplants since you were 17. Get your max out of pocket every year? Shit. Yeah, that's freaking rough, man. The out of pockets are just so damn expensive. I never noticed this.
Thane Bryling, at your service.
What the heck? I never noticed Bryling's outfit. Make sure to teach your son video games so we can have the next P boss. We'll see.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Halfingar's
keep your
people
hands to
will
yourself.
always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area.
Yo, look at her, look at her circlet. That looks really freaking good.
Perhaps a more
Oh shit.
tempered reaction might be called for.
Look at that circlet.
Yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell
Dang.
Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragon.
John Skyrim cooked
Thank
with
you,
that.
Lord Elisif. But about the cave.
Look at
I will
that.
have someone take care of the cave as well,
Sheesh.
Varnius. You can rest easy. Dismissed.
Get away from me! Don't take this the wrong way, but you... Oh, I thought that matter was handled. I think... As you know, Solitude's coffers are
The
much
Jarl
depleted
has
by the
put
war
out a...
efforts. Thane
I
Aragorn,
don't think
you
it's
have a
worth our
strong
time.
head for
War
business.
going on.
What do you suggest?
But if you want to clear out the cave...
Turning into a follower, yeah. Oh my god, Lydia, go away.
I'm right behind you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the hold. A hero.
A hero.
I've got what I came for. Better get back to Dragon Bridge.
Lorem has always and will always look better than NGVO. Yeah, I think I do have Rock Giant. That's fine. I do have a Cure Disease potion. NGVO is a visual bug fix UI audio only mod list. It doesn't change any perks. Doesn't add any new
New
spells.
donation from 7 off THR 4WN.
I like how she said 7 of Thrawn. 7, thank you so much for the coffee.
New donation from Mayonnaise Farmer.
Yo, and Mayonnaise, thank you for the coffee. But yeah, it's list. I mean, there's people who have played NGVO just wanting to re-experience vanilla Skyrim, but with better graphics. But there's also been people who...
New donation from Knuckle_Fur.
What the fuck? Why did that... Bro, do I want to know what I just got from Knuckle? Why did that go up 5%? Knuckle, Knuckle, thank you for the coffee. Is that like 250 bucks? Is my math right? What the fuck? Thank you, Knuckle. Holy shit. Yo, I appreciate that. What the fuck? I love you guys too. No, I genuinely really listen. If I didn't actually enjoy doing this, not just making mod lists, but like streaming and just chilling with you guys, you know. Lorem wouldn't have happened, NGVO wouldn't have happened. I couldn't imagine dealing with like all the downsides of that come with mod list making if you didn't actually enjoy doing it. At this rate, lore out may be a reality. I mean, days like this is like... I mean... So... I'm like... Focus, holy crap. So days like this is kind of why I was even considering going full-time, you know? And before, it's like, I would, in the past, kind of get, you know, once in a blue moon, there'd be somebody who gives, like, a crazy donation, but lately, like, just the monthly amount between, like, YouTube, Coffee, Patreon, Instant Gaming and stuff, it's just been weirdly consistent, really since Lorem 3.0. And I was just like, maybe I should just take a stab at doing it full time, you know? Even if it wasn't modless, your streams are just entertaining, fun to watch. Hey, well, I appreciate that. So I streamed way back when on Twitch. This was like 2013, 2014. And I was in college and my setup sucked. And I was constantly busy with the schoolwork. And I was like, I actually had a Tryon Worlds, the developer behind the game called Trove. They had offered me a partnership, and then they gave me like these skin keys and stuff to like give people and whatnot, and I was getting like a bunch of people follow me on Twitch, but it just between like college and I wasn't in the best place in my life, it just didn't work out. Interactions with the audience is key. Hell yeah. So here's my thing, and the people who have if any of the OGs are watching, you'll know that this is the truth. Whether I had zero, like nobody watching me, or whether I had 300 people watching me or 1,000 people, I still always act the same way. And if no one's talking in the chat, I'll just be like still commenting on stuff and just vibing, you know? I think that's important. I think there's a lot of streamers who are they're expecting to just sit there and say nothing and like not even be having fun. And they're just expecting like the world to show up to watch that, and then it's like, okay, then once I get the audience, then I'll act entertaining, you know. But I'm like, no, like you gotta just like what you're doing. And for some people it's uncomfortable talking to yourself, right, when nobody's watching and just having fun. But it's like, if you're not comfortable with that, how are you going to be comfortable when there's like a bunch of people sitting there watching you and asking you questions? It's noticeable if the streamers don't have streams. Yeah.
Return me to this realm.
For sure. And if man, that new Patema voice is crazy. Yeah, if
What are you doing? You fools! You cannot bind me to your wills!
Holy crap. Some of the best streams I've ever watched is 5 viewer people doing games like Tarkov. And what's funny is those people that you saw a couple years ago with only like 5 people, but they were having fun and they were like cool to watch.
You ants don't have the power to bind me!
A lot of them, if you go and see them now, as long as they stuck to it, they probably actually do have a lot of people now watching. Yeah, she's extremely loud.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Bush camper when he was sub 50? Sheesh. I saw him moist critical when he was like, I mean, not like tiny, but like maybe 10K. Like his videos. And compared to where he is now, that's like tiny. Same with PewDiePie. PewDiePie I watched when he was like probably like 20K. And then dude casually became the largest streamer or YouTuber. I guess he did stream too though. Yay! Necromancer's Ritual. Regain 30 health and magic every time a friendly conjured or reanimated minion dies for 120 seconds. Mr. Chair and Stefano. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, I actually love the Steel Soldier armor. The Steel Soldier armor is probably like one of my favorite vanilla sets. I think it's from the Creation Anniversary Edition, whatever. But it's actually really nice. I think it has one of the cleanest designs. Six 6.0 releasing tomorrow. It's not really up to me, it's up to Clemis. If Clemis releases his update, then yes, 6.0 tomorrow. Historically accurate? Hell yeah. Almost could be an absolute troll. Maybe. But I mean, he already made the texture, so it'll release at some point. Damn, I mean, this weather too. Super nice. Steel plate. Hell yeah. My hair? Like my character's hair or my actual hair? Like my hair's a little messy today. My real hair? Thank you. The gray goes hard. It's funny because either people really like it or they'll think it's just weird. For the longest time I dyed my hair because I was like self-conscious about having a gray hair at like 14 years old.
You
I swear I used to work just to buy just for men's hair color.
I shudder at the thought.
400 gold, eh? But yeah, after college, I stopped dyeing it. I look like the bad guy in Akosha season 1. I feel like I look like anytime there's like a Slavic villain in a movie or something, there's like a Slavic bad guy. It's always some guy with gray hair but like a dark beard. And his name will be like Vitaly or something. We must plant the explosive devices and the Americans will never find it. It'll always be something like that. I look like I could be a Bond villain. Vlad and Victor, exactly. Vlad, Victor, and Vitaly, the triple V threat. Is it weird that you found your cousin's Instagram account just by getting catch-up emails? Maybe. That's a good throwaway. One thing I know is if you sign up for TikTok with your phone, then every single person that you know will basically just eventually find you on TikTok. So if you want to like separate your internet life with your real life, you got to sign up for TikTok like through an email address. Yeah, I don't have a TikTok account now, but I had one for a bit, and then I just saw my younger nephew liked one of my videos, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, hell no, I'm not dealing with this. So I ended up making a new one with my email address. It was kind of a funny video though, in retrospect, because it was the video that he liked was a Rust clip, and it was these annoying neighbors door camping me, right? And it was like 5 of them. So I opened the front door, and my duo partner was telling me not to. And he didn't do shit. And he was telling me not to. I did it anyway. I opened the front door and I like take him out 1v5. And then I'm sitting there screaming, "Ah, you got shit on by an old man." I'm like taunting the kids in the video. I'm like, "Ah, you got shit on by an old man." How do you guys feel? Privacy redirect? What's that? Have you thought of doing more highly edited scripting modded videos? Yeah, and if I do end up doing this full time, that'd be the plan. Is I would like spend more time like editing stuff. You're not a cool uncle unless you introduce your nephew to Elder Scrolls. I honestly don't think that single-player games really, unless it's something like Minecraft, I don't think, and even then they play it co-op and stuff, I swear. I don't think the newer generation really plays single-player games, like almost at all. I don't think they do. Like, my nephews, the only thing they'll play is like Fortnite and Minecraft. First person interactions only work in third person? I don't know. He released another new mod? Or are you talking about the fix alpha blending? Because I have that downloaded. Did he release something else? Oh, you can hit their tail? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that you can hit their tail while they're hovering like that. And I don't know if you know, but the trick, pro tip, is to, oh, finally Lydia shows up. Pro tip is to jump while they're about to land so you don't get staggered. When you play Oblivion Remastered, I realized how little I comprehend the writing when I played OG Oblivion as a kid. Right? I honestly didn't appreciate Elder Scrolls lore as much until until Skyrim came out and I saw like different lore videos on YouTube. Like I never, when I played Oblivion, I swear I never read the books in game. I pretty much never read the books. But then when I played Daggerfall, I read like all of the books. When I went back to play it. Yeah, Elder Scrolls lore really does go crazy. But I feel like Skyrim brought out like all of those lore YouTubers. But I genuinely think Elder Scrolls, if we're talking about game worlds that are kind of confined to video games, you know, so like not Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, I think Elder Scrolls genuinely has the best lore out of any video game series. Like the most in-depth, thorough, interesting. Fall of Avalon? Yeah, so I actually am gonna play Tainted Grail on the 16th. The developers are giving me early access. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream it yet, but they're gonna send me something on the 16th. I never played Avowed. It didn't seem interesting to me. I didn't want to pay full price for a game that would be mediocre. You know? But here's the thing. I kind of with Avowed, I didn't have my hopes up to begin with. Just because the developers weren't even getting anyone's hopes up. Anytime somebody asked about something, they're like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. Oh no, it's not gonna have this. Oh no, it's not gonna be open world. Oh, it's not gonna... And I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, that doesn't sound interesting. But the fans, the Obsidian fans were like getting super mad at me because I wasn't hyping it up. I'm just like, I mean, what do you want? Like, you know, if it's good, sure, I'll play it, but I just don't think it will be good. And they got really annoyed. World of Warcraft lore? Yeah, that's true. Oh, Honestly, I didn't even think about World of Warcraft, but yeah, that's probably also pretty in-depth built-up lore as well. Asmund is a roach. He's a roach. I think he rage baits a lot. I think he's like the OG rage baiter in like the gaming community. I think he has takes specifically designed to piss people off. he's a roach. Daggerfall Unity. Oh yeah. That I was saying I would really like to make a Daggerfall Unity list one day. The way he lives. Oh yeah, doesn't he like super non-hygienic? Like doesn't shower and I don't know, scrapes poo off his butt or something.
As you know,
May the god. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward.
What do you suggest?
This is an unfortunate but unavoidable.
Needs to stop with. I don't like when anybody with influence that's not a politician starts getting super political. I don't really talk about politics at all, except things that I think that just everybody, every average person trying to get by kind of agrees on, like when I was early talking about how expensive healthcare is, I don't think that's like a political take. That's just a reality. Elon. I think Elon, he just strikes me as somebody who really wants to be liked. And it seems kind of desperate. Everybody cheered Luigi. Would you consider doing a Daggerfall stream sometime? I've streamed it a couple times. But maybe. Or maybe even like just a Let's Play series or something. Daggerfall's...
By blade or by spell.
Daggerfall's extremely fun.
I'll make it dead. All you need to do.
He's a pick-me, yeah. Yeah, I mean... I just think, like... celebrities shouldn't really get involved in politics. YouTubers shouldn't get involved in politics. Unless they're, like, specifically the politics YouTuber, you know? But at the end of the day, it's like... you know, everybody thinks the other side is right. Hey, Austin, thank you so much for the 18 months. Holy crap. I've received the Discord noti about you making content full-time. Hopefully you get to do whatever makes you happy. Hey, I appreciate it. Actors especially, it's cringe. Yeah, it is pretty cringe. Enjoy the vibes and stay in your lane. That too, yeah. Can you overhaul Daggerfall? You definitely can. Like, let me show you some cool Daggerfall stuff. Daggerfall Unity mods. I don't know. Okay, hopefully we... Michelangelo skeleton replacer. So Daggerfall actually has a relatively active modding community. Bro, you can replace skeletons with Michelangelo. Come on. But playable Mickey D. Bro. replaces all static NPCs in Daggerfall Unity with anime style pics. Okay, so Weeberfall or the Weeb overhaul for Daggerfall, I can't show it. Let me see if I can show the first picture. I definitely cannot show the second picture. I definitely cannot show the second picture. But let me just drop the Nexus link. Unironically, the Weeb overhaul is probably the best NPC overhaul. I think the screenshots don't do it justice. It makes it seem just a weird horny thing, but it ain't even like that. Show it, coward. It's definitely not safe for work. Install the LAR mod list. You want to activate the icons and compass. X. Press X. But Daggerfall has so much stuff going for it. So much, like you can take loans to get a house and stuff. But there's actually 3D assets that people have started making. And just search 3D. Oh, there's faithful 3D people as well now. Oh, no, that's been a thing. Oh, they haven't updated it. That's unfortunate. I really hope this gets updated. Like 3D skeletons, 3D animals. So normally it's all 2D. People have literally added 3D animals. Same with trees as well. Let me see if simple 3D trees, yeah. So look at that. This is a 1996, I think, game. And you can make it look a little bit less like 1996. It almost looks like Minecraft. But yeah, like and this keeps getting updated. Skygerfall, yeah, but I think Daggerfall Unity is honestly the best way to play it. Not bad for something as old as I am. Yeah, no, like it actually looks good, genuinely. And like, oh man, I really want to make a list for Daggerfall. There's so much good stuff. The cities are massive. Like you go to Sentinel and it's massive, and just like it's just a fun game. It definitely feels like a 90s game in all the good ways. But yeah. Go back to game capture. I mean, Daggerfall, you can go to court. So if you get like your speechcraft high enough, when you commit crimes, you can go to court and like plead that you're innocent and stuff. And like the better your speech and everything is, the more likely they'll listen to you.
Well, not that they would. Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles.
I really want to get an OG copy of Daggerfall one day. With like the box art and everything and the guide. Just to have. Elder Scrolls 6 is in the same location as Daggerfall. I wish we got another trailer. Big on Arena. I didn't like Arena. Arena was way harder and it wasn't as like fleshed out. Daggerfall, in my mind, is the first real Elder Scrolls game. Because like Daggerfall is where all of the major lore concepts were established. Arena was just kind of like everything was kind of scrapped together. But Daggerfall, I mean, it had the 9 Divines, it had the Daedra. A lot of the lore books were introduced in Daggerfall. Arena had Booba cover art. True, Arena was the best game, actually. No, but an Arena, like, it was just a cock and ball torture, and if you finally grind it enough to, that sounds really weird to say after saying cock and ball torture. If you grind it enough, though, to where you could get out of the sewer, the storyline itself was extremely short. So... But Daggerfall, I mean... Daggerfall, especially with Unity, and you can get the mods to make the quest not timed, you can just go and explore and have fun, you know? You can play it like you would play Skyrim or Morrowind or something. And just, you know, run around and do stuff. The janky controls. Well, Unity fixes that too. Well, but that's the other thing. As far as I'm aware, Arena doesn't have anything to actually make the controls not suck. Whereas with Daggerfall Unity, you can make the controls exactly like Oblivion, Morrowind. Somebody was working on Arena Unity, but it's like nowhere near being finished. In-depth rebuild of different regions in Daggerfall to be more in line with the world. Be cool. Patrol sounds? I think it's all from Phoenix Compendium. If you think about it, the Emperor that you meet in Oblivion is the same one in Arena, right up to Oblivion. Yeah. The same Emperor is in Arena, Battlespire, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
What in God's name are you doing here? What the hell?
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
He's sending a letter to Nernroot. Sending it to the fish. I love how the fish, every now and then... Every now and then they'll push him. I think he's just tired and he's just hoping that the fish push him to Iverstead. But yeah, Uriel Septim literally did go through to hell and back. Bro got trapped in Oblivion and then came back just for more shit to spew out of Oblivion. Uriel Septim in a nutshell, like just everybody's trying to make the world end or take over the world. That package, your fins only. Oh, I haven't even checked out the volcanic area. Oh, I didn't add W Skeever's new wait, hold up, this ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. It's another mod that came out recently. W Skeever. I'll tell you what. Custom water, default volcanic water. That. Yeah, you can't be having your water not be W-skeever-fied. Alright. The bridge mod, it doesn't really apply to, I mean, I could add it, but you're not really gonna see these bridges very often. But I could add it. But yeah, Lux Via replaces most bridges and northern roads. You'll see it in some places like Embershard Mine. Like the stream. Yeah, like that stream. Slap that notification bell. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Write me a postcard. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. Ah, look at that. Much nicer. Sheesh. That's crazy. That's another screenshot, I feel like. Hold up. I get a good angle. Keep drifting down. Okay, there we go. That's a good angle. Gonna drop that in screenshots channel. But yeah, I want to deal with another Vanaheim volcanic area though is by far my favorite volcanic textures. The red variant especially. I mean, it just looks so dope. Well, apparently enemies are still nearby. Probably because of that dragon. There we go. Yeah, his screenshots really don't do them justice. Yeah, this area is... I think, like, the volcanic area here, it's probably one of my least favorite areas in vanilla, because it just seems so bland. But then when you mod it, it just can look really damn good. Picked up the Atronax stone, to be honest. Bears of Manila? Dragon Wilds? You're trying to say Oblivion looks better than this? I do think the Oblivion Remastered still looks better. I mean, it's great that you prefer this, but I think the lighting in Oblivion Remastered is just crazy. Hey, nice, the dragon fucked off. Expedition 33. Texture replacers for that standing stone model. Well, the standing stone model is like also a texture replacer. It's not the vanilla one. Lighting is probably the single thing which makes a game look good. Yeah, really good lighting is super important for a game to look good. Wow. Holy shit, dude, chill. I do have resist cold. Dang, Lydia just got yeeted. Holy shit. That's actually hilarious. I think the one problem with Oblivion, I mean, it's fixable to a degree with mods, but the enemy variety is kind of shit. You fight skeleton, like every Iliad dungeon is just gonna be skeletons, zombies, and maybe a lich occasionally. Maybe a rat. The wilds is gonna be basically just bears and mountain lions. And goblins. Then you have bandits and the Daedra, and that's pretty much it. Did this guy land already? But I mean, Skyrim isn't much better, although you can make it way better with mods. In Skyrim, you know, you fight Draugr and dragons. Skyrim is literally dungeons and oh, that's the kill animation. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Just a weird angle. You appreciate every enemy type has unique animation, at least in Oblivion. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, I think Morrowind would be harder to rebuild. Because Morrowind, if you just took Morrowind and you just slapped in good graphics, but the same gameplay, I feel like it would look off. But although maybe they could do something like they did with the Oblivion remaster, where they added things like sprinting and whatnot, and then did quality of life stuff. And maybe just replace that god-awful hit chance system with nothing, because the hit chance system sucks, and just remove it completely would be better. But then they would have to rebalance a lot of stuff. That's the thing. Morrowind was just made at a really weird time, where they were transitioning from like, you know, the old 90s dice roll based RPG mechanics to like 3D worlds. Dice roll can work well in turn-based games and even target games like KOTOR. But an action game where you're swinging at something and then you don't hit it just feels really bad. KOTOR though, KOTOR you don't actually directly like control your weapons. Like when you swing a lightsaber, you're not like hitting left mouse button, you're instead targeting and queuing up. I mean, KOTOR is literally like Dungeons and Dragons. It's essentially Baldur's Gate 3 style, except instead of turn-based, it's like real-time dice rolls. Phoenix Flavor? Yeah, Phoenix Flavor was a good, holy shit, that looks That looks freaking amazing. The Phoenix flavor was probably like one of the most influential mod lists. A lot of mod lists got inspired by the Phoenix flavor. I think they are working on a KOTOR remake. They worked on it, and then they canceled it, and then they started up again. But, I'm just upset that they canceled the fan remake. I mean, okay, for all the shit that I give Bethesda, compare Bethesda to LucasArts and Disney, I guess now. At least Bethesda allows people to make Skyblivion. There's other developer studios that would like completely shit on them, you know, and cancel them. Yeah, they made an Oblivion remake, but they also allow Skyblivion to coexist with it. Whereas other studios get jealous. Nintendo is like the worst fucking example. Nintendo claimed that they invented the concept of a monster going inside of a ball, even though Pokemon was completely based off of something else. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I don't think Skyrim needs a remaster. I think if they're gonna remaster any other games, it should be, their priority should be Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, and then yeah, nothing else. Just those two games, and then give us Elder Scrolls 6. Morrowind. Daggerfall? I don't know about Daggerfall. Fallout 3, they definitely will. I think it's just too juicy of an opportunity for them not to do Fallout 3. New Vegas remake. You already know New Vegas remake is going to make so many people happy. And I think to a degree, the reception of the Fallout TV show was enough to make Todd just be like, okay, people really like New Vegas, so maybe we should capitalize on that. Let's just swallow our pride and just agree that people really like New Vegas. Maybe they could, wasn't there
You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the strong folks.
Wasn't there another Elder Scrolls spin-off?
Maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Was it Blades? Not, no, Blades was the... There's another Elder Scrolls spin-off.
Ways of finding out what you really are.
I have to look this up. Elder Scrolls games. It was Blades that I'm thinking of. There's like at least one more game they could do a spin-off. You know, they could, I mean, honestly, they could remake Redguard. Battlespire now. They could make Redguard in a modern engine. Wayward Realms. We'll see if Wayward Realms comes out. Wayward Realms, I am skeptical about, but maybe. Yeah, Oblivion definitely needed a remaster. Oblivion was a logical choice for a remaster because the gameplay still holds up. Like, you could go and play OG Oblivion still and have a lot of fun with it. It's just the graphics are dated. And the engine itself is dated.
New donation from
That's why it made
Chester
sense.
Meath.
Hey, Chester, thanks so much for the coffee. Redguard would be a perfect companion game for Hammerfell. I was saying they should make... I think they should make more action-based spin-off games for Elder Scrolls. Like, I don't know why they don't. Even if they do it through a third-party company, just like make something like how the Star Wars games are doing. Just like have a set character and take them on an adventure. Don't even make it a role-playing game.
Whiterun.
He'd be insane to
Biggie's neuron activation when you hear the coffee sound.
What my scouts report, sir. Every
The
day
dopamine
what
rush.
his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause.
Are you lost?
Do you have some reason to be one of the prisoners? If besides, I'm sure you're being
Get away
imprisoned
from me.
was
Oh, look at his SMP physics.
That's not what my scouts report, sir.
I like your skirt,
Every day
Tellius.
join his cause. Dawn, I'm not going to go through. We're going to install a garrison there. Good, that's
It's
what
not
I want
a
to hear.
cause.
Now go
It's a
make it happen,
rebellion.
soldier. Call it whatever you like, General.
We'll make it happen,
Going to
Captain.
try to take Whiterun.
Vicken series made by FromSoft. FromSoft should hire Vicken. I honestly think Vicken would be a really good game developer. Even if I'm not the largest like fan of the mods within the Elder Scrolls, I think Vicken has a lot of really good ideas, and I just see Vicken as just being good at developing like an actual Souls-like game. Sanguine Symphony, it's definitely worth replacing EBT and dynamic impacts. Yes.
Never should have come here.
FromSoft is doing fine without Vicken. Dang. Although, yeah, I think I'm just gonna turn off the death effects. Because I didn't like that hit flash thing. Dang it. But that's released in those kind of get endless shit thrown at them. Yeah, I mean, I think I think Bethesda's biggest mistake was waiting so long with Elder Scrolls 6, because they just have an infinite amount of expectations held against them now. Like, people are not gonna tolerate a mediocre Elder Scrolls 6. Just full stop. They won't be able to get away with that. Get all the way down there. What? Todd says they're working on it full time now. Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so. Like, imagine if they weren't. That'd be freaking awkward. I want to go to Fort Dawnguard. Oh yeah, how do you guys feel about new games being damn, that looks crazy. How do you guys feel about new games being $80 soon? Get your grass lot settings. They're all in the Discord. Yeah, okay, hot take. I don't mind brand new games being $80, but there's caveats. Number one, I think the refund period should be increased to like 5 hours. I think that 2 hours to judge whether or not that $80 was worth your time is not okay. The other thing is, if they're gonna do $80, they really need to tone down the microtransaction shit. No, I'd say just no microtransactions. If they want to do DLCs with actual content, sure, but don't have premium editions or anything else, you know? Don't have a deluxe edition that gives you the soundtrack and a skin. $24-hour period. I mean, that maybe, yeah. Although 24 hours, there's gonna be a lot of people just who take advantage of that. They're just gonna play they're gonna no life it for 24 hours straight and then refund it. I think 5 hours is fair. Check in case they'll beat it and return it, yeah. 24 hours will just get abused. First major price rise since 2020. Well, no, games... So, okay, video games have been $60 since, like, the 90s, right? And then, like, a year or two ago, they went up to $70. Now they're going up to $80. So we had like no price increases for 2 decades, and then now we're just getting back-to-back increases, which I think are long overdue, except for the fact that, like I said, the games should be really good.
Recruits. Isran will decide if you...
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I would...
But guys... Regardless, right? The real thing to remember is whether or not a game is $80 block. Whether or not a game is $80 or $60, you'll still get it cheaper on Instant Gaming. That's a hilarious segue. Okay, no, but for real, Instant Gaming is really good either way. They're almost always going to have, you know, the game cheaper. I saw a lot of people buying oh, this is the game you're talking about, Expedition 33. I saw a lot of people getting this, and apparently you can get it for $33.90 on Instant Gaming. How about that? How about that? And the deluxe edition for 40. This actually looks kind of sick. What the? Oh, I did see this. I was watching somebody stream it. Yeah. And you chain combos and stuff. It actually looks pretty cracked out. It's like Final Fantasy style. The artwork looks incredible. I might get this. I haven't really played a game like this in a while, but it actually looks really good. I'm not the biggest turn-based fan, but I might like it. You've only heard positive things? Maybe I should grab it. Maybe I should grab it on Instant Gaming. I mean, let's see the Steam price. Expedition. Yeah, it's $50 on Steam. It's $50 on Steam. So yeah, you get it legitimately $16 cheaper on Instant Gaming. You're playing and love it? There you go.
Each other a long time ago. You know why I'm here. The Vigilants are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to...
You finish it after 50 hours and it was phenomenal?
Is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawnguard is a crumbling ruin. Not worth the expense.
What happens if you use your own link?
You stirred up the vampires against you.
I think I get my commission if I use my own link. I think it counts. So I technically would get it. It's kind of like I get an extra 5% off.
You come begging for my protection.
Infinite money glitch. Pretty much.
The Hall of the Vigilance, everyone. They're all
So who are you? But look,
right,
Tolan was telling me about some cave.
Isn't
the
that
Vigilants
enough
were
for
poking
you?
Around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent...
Yes, that's it.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires...
If you just pay 500% of the money you want to make. From a very small developer? Ooh. I'm hoping to release NGVO 6.0 soon, yeah. Silver-handed Vigilant factions in base Skyrim. Yeah, Skyrim should... They should have had a... really, like, 1 or 2 extra DLCs, I feel like. It's kind of weird to me that they didn't. They could have made... Bethesda could have made so much money. They could have made... Imagine if Skyrim Special Edition, they also included a whole new DLC. You know how much money they would have made?
These Vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
GG. Ooh, steel plate. I'm almost fully dripped out in steel plate now. Leather boots. Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam leather boots. Anyone remember that? They released the DLC of Dawnguard Dragonborn levels of quality every year. Yeah, that's all they had to do. Just have like a small section of the studio work on that. The dark water bug didn't really persist, but no other bugs now. I think that dark water thing was just because I was like alt tabbed while I was loading in initially, because the water seemed to fix itself. I don't think that was the intended color. want to get rid of the lethal strikes. Visual effects. Distortion. Yeah, see, I don't want that. I want... Just turn that off completely.
Be careful.
Todd Howard, when interviewed, said he wished he'd supported their previous games longer. Which they plan to do with Starfield. They picked the worst game to do that. I think that they're not gonna support Starfield that long. Bro, all 10 of Starfield's fans are not gonna buy... I mean, they'll... The people who are actual Starfield fans will probably buy the DLC, but... It just... I don't think they're gonna make Starfield 2, to be honest. I know they said they want to, but... I mean, if they made Starfield 2... Okay, here's the opportunity where they can make Starfield 2. Right? What they would need to do is, number 1, make Elder Scrolls 6 and make it really good. Number 2, make Fallout 5 and make it really good. That way they earn back everyone's trust. And then they need to say, alright, Starfield was shit, and Starfield 2 is gonna be nothing like it. No, Todd, as far as I know, Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be the last Todd game. Like, maybe he'd be involved as like an advisor or something for Fallout 5. But I don't think he plans on actively working on any games after Elder Scrolls 6. Todd is getting old. He's been at it for a long ass time.
Is someone there? I knew it. You can't hide.
He's getting shorter. Oh, that's messed up. Yeah, I think, Jolton, you're right. That's the real issue with Starfield is not just that it wasn't good, it's the fact that it wasn't good and it was a waste of time. If we didn't have Starfield, we could have already had Elder Scrolls 6 and been probably fairly close to Fallout 5. So that's the bigger issue. By the time Fallout 5 releases, Todd will be 3 inches tall.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. I oath to Stendar.
It's my favorite thing.
Stronger than...
What's that? I knew I smelled blood.
I love doing. What? What the fuck was that? I killed Lydia. Guess she couldn't handle the heat. Lydia, no! Well.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I
was paralyzed? It looked like a cutscene. I don't want to die of fall damage. Bro, the blood splatter as they're getting hit is actually pretty dope. And the sound effects of it. Oh. What were they doing to him that he's in that pose? They took off his clothes and he's on his knees. Freaky ass vampires. Freaky ass vampires need to stay their ass inside. Let me hear you say NGVO, NGVO. Now mod this way, mod this way, mod that way, mod that way. Say, Dragonborn, I hear you like them old. Get it? Because, Sarana is, like, ancient or whatever. Mysterious woman.
Who sent you here? I don't know who that is. Is he of... I can help you find out what that is. By the way, my name is Sarana. Good to meet you.
Creepy ass eyes. I swear, when you said the old line, thought you had the lore. Oh. The one where she's like a ghoul, pretty much. Bonk. What the heck? I've never in my life seen that kill move. I swear, every day I see a new kill move that I've never seen before. I have never in my life seen that. Freya doesn't get enough appreciation in terms of followers. Who the hell's Freya? Oh, you mean F-R-E-A, not F-R-E-Y-A. No, you proved my point because you spelled her name with a Y. Dun dun dun. Yeah, you don't even care to spell her name right. That's how important she is. I actually think that it's crazy that there's no Freya dialogue overhaul. Because she's actually like way more compelling as like a potential like romance interest for the Dragonborn than some fucking traumatized old lady. You know what I mean? I mean, you literally encounter her fighting shit, and then you go through the whole storyline, and then she needs to save her village, but you gotta... I
think we may be in for some trouble.
You know, her dad needs to get sacrificed and stuff.
Who's there?
I just realized, how come both Freya and Serana, their fucking dads die? What the hell is... Like, I just realized if you said your favorite DLC was one where the storyline revolved around the Daedric prince and you have to help some girl but eventually her dad dies, that wouldn't narrow it down at all. It's literally the plot of both of them. In both Dragonborn and Dawnguard, you have to do a storyline that involves a Daedric Prince worshipper and fighting some ancient person who's trying to take over the world, and then you find some lady and then her dad dies. It's both DLCs.
It's so good to breathe.
Webjack Modless, what's the most visually stunning while keeping it somewhat vanilla plus? So there's this one list that's it's called NGVO. But I mean, if you already want like a perk overhaul, then I guess not. But how the hell do I have 4 extra perks? You would play NGVO if it looked like this? I mean, NGVO does look already a lot like this. And it'll look exactly like this when I update it. I mean, the 5.0 version looks pretty similar. I think I'm gonna go vampire.
So, before we go in there, I think so. And thanks for... once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead. What now?
I watch the gate.
Did I contract vampirism?
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you?
Well, now I'm gonna get super vampirism. I don't converse with my meals.
Mind yourself.
Whereas I don't converse with my meals.
You disrespect our lord by speaking
Where is she?
to
Is
me
it her?
instead of him.
I don't converse with my meals.
I love Fura's voice. It's so hilarious.
I don't converse with my meals. 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 I don't converse with my meals.
If only your traitor mother were here, I would let watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike.
This looks so. This angle. The angle and the sound.
Tell me, who is this stranger?
It's just his hand.
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's
Todd knew what he was doing.
Then you have my tell me, what is your name? Very well. I am Harkin.
What? Oh my god, I'm still TCL.
By now, my daughter will have told you what we are.
I'm just gonna say, I don't care what you are.
Perhaps you should. I count some of the oldest and most powerful. For centuries we lived here. I offer you my... Then you will be prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
Okay.
Be still.
Instant teleport. You don't like the revoice?
Awake at last. Good.
I like it.
The power is growing within you.
He's more German.
Now listen to my words and do as I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue.
The hell is he pointing at? The gargoyle?
Transformed into the vampire. In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead.
Wow.
You can also call upon the powers.
Bats. Wow.
To turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and
I have
fight as the
tits.
beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your power...
Ew, I just realized, look how gross the wings look.
New ways to use your gifts.
Size of NGVO 6? Roughly the same size as
There is
5.
much to learn.
Maybe a little smaller.
But if you master the power...
For some reason it's like...
There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain.
My controls are messed up.
grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls. Laser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to...
Wow, what a lesson. Very cool. Oh, let me click revert form.
You need only ask. I have a task. Good. Go and speak to Garen Mareth. Tell him it is time. He will understand.
Yay. Literally not letting me choose the revert form.
I'm surprised.
We have to reload.
You
do well to watch that tongue, elf.
And you do well to be more careful of...
Hey, catch you later, rest of us. Have a good night. Yeah, it's not letting me. What the hell? Gotta love this buggy ass quest. It's probably because I was in free cam while trying to do stuff. That's fine, I'm just leaving. Yeah, I don't think I should have been in free cam. What the fuck?
You do well to watch that tongue.
Yeah, it's just not letting me... Oh!
And you do well to be more careful of whom you engage in witty banter.
Okay, I guess I just had to die. Alright, we're good now. We're good. We're good.
Life here is better than you could find anywhere.
I am a bub. Now what? You've heard of the blood... Lord Harkon has never cared to use the chalice, relying on his more than adequate powers until now. This is an intriguing change, if you'll excuse me.
Lore accurate. Running water weakness, true. Actually, shit, I didn't even realize the time. Yeah, this is probably a good spot to leave it off, guys. But yeah, NGVO version 6, I hope to have it done tomorrow. But it's, like I said, it's really not up to me. But yeah, it should be good. It should be a good little upgrade. Nothing crazy, nothing too drastic, but I think ultimately it's going to be a really good version. And it's been a while since NGVO got updated, so. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We had a lot of people watching considering it was an NGVO stream, so. Did we tell you about instant gaming? Exactly. No, but I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have NGVO up to date. And then yeah, we'll do some more Skyrim or Oblivion Remastered even. Anyway, donuts were insane today. That was insane. That was actually quite insane. Both coffee and YouTube gifted. You guys are awesome. Anyway, y'all, have a good night. Take care, and thank you so much.